Hey everyone! I'm so glad you're here because today we're talking about one of the most important topics in personal finance: how to budget for an emergency fund. Having an emergency fund can be a total game changer and give you some much needed peace of mind when those unexpected expenses pop up. So in this video, I want to go over exactly how much you should be budgeting and saving for your emergency fund so you can be fully prepared. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is money you've set aside to cover unexpected costs, like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. It's your safety net when life happens. Experts generally recommend you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in your emergency fund. So if you spend $4,000 a month on necessities, you'd want $12,000 to $24,000 saved. I know, saving that much can seem really daunting. But having a fully stocked emergency fund will absolutely reduce stress when those surprise expenses come up. So let's talk about how to budget and save up to build your emergency stash. Here are my top 7 tips. Tip number 1 is know your monthly expenses. You need to have a clear handle on what you spend each month in order to calculate your emergency fund goal. Sit down and tally up expenses like rent/mortgage, groceries, utilities, transportation, and debt payments. Get a solid total of your necessary living costs. Tip number 2 is set a specific emergency fund savings goal. Now that you know your average monthly costs, you can set a target emergency fund amount. Aim for 3 to 6 months of those expenses saved as your goal. And remember, it may take time to build up to that total. That's okay. Chip away at it steadily. Tip number 3 is find room in your budget. To save up your emergency fund, you'll need to trim excess spending to free up money to deposit each month. See where you can cut back on things like dining out, entertainment, or hobbies for now. Every dollar you bank towards your emergency fund is worth it. Tip number 4 is automate saving if possible. The easiest way to save consistently is to make it automatic. Set up direct deposit so a portion of each paycheck goes straight to your emergency fund. Even if it's $25 or $50 a pay period, it adds up over time thanks to the power of compound interest. Make it happen in the background. Tip number 5 is use a high-yield savings account. Put your emergency fund into a high-yield savings account so it earns interest. These accounts offer way higher rates than regular savings accounts. That interest will help grow your money faster. Tip number 6 is consider stashing cash. Some people feel better having actual cash stashed at home for emergencies. There's nothing wrong with keeping some bills in a safe place. Just be mindful of theft. And keep the bulk of your emergency fund somewhere it can earn interest. And tip number 7 is don't touch it except for true emergencies. Resist dipping into your emergency fund for minor things like shopping trips or vacations. Only use it when you truly need it. Let your emergency savings grow so when a crisis does strike, you have a robust fund to cover you. Protect that money. Building up your emergency fund requires dedication, but it is one of the most important things you can do for your financial security. And you'll sleep a lot better at night knowing it's there. Start setting aside money today and implement some of the budgeting tips I mentioned. Even small amounts add up over time. You've got this. Let me know in the comments if you have any other emergency fund tips. I love hearing from you guys. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm posting new personal finance content every single week. Your support really helps me keep making these. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay positive and keep working towards your money goals. Bye for now.